rare Dutch UMC hard-boiled crime vintage paperbacks. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and we're going to take a look at the UMC paperbacks published in Holland, in the Netherlands, by, I can't pronounce the name of the company. It's a long company, Ulich and Given Shackle, Schmagel, or something like that, Snagglepuss, I don't know what it is, but it's UMC, and these are really cool books. They published a lot of books in this series, maybe a couple of hundred in the 50s and 60s, and a lot of good stuff. James Hadley Chase, Mickey Spelaine, and a lot of great cover art. And we're going to take a look at some of them now. They have nice spines, too. One of the early books we're going to look at, from 1956, Mickey Spelaine, is One Lonely Night, which has the same cover as the American signet. And these books, they're numbered on the inside. The early ones maybe not, but this one here has a introduction, and it's by Mike Hammer. And this is from 1956. That's the one of the first printing. It was reprinted in 1960. It's a little different. You can see the difference here. There's a difference between the paper, the way the binding. This is a pretty early paperback, and this one's the more traditional paperback. This is number, so the numbers are on the inside. This is Little Hercules by Frank Gruber, and the numbers are on the inside. This is number 264, and the dates are in Roman numerals. So this is 1967, and they give you the original title, Little Hercules, Little Hercules, and it's in Dutch. But they're nice books. They have nice covers, and there's a lot of great stuff in this series. And we're just going to go through some of them now. I don't know some of the titles, so I'm not going to try to pronounce some of the titles. But you'll recognize some of the cover art. In fact, that's either a McGinnis cover or copied from a McGinnis cover from one of the McGinnis covers. This is from 1962. This is The Deep by Mickey Spelaine, and they had a series of Mickey Spelaine books. They did about 10 or 12 of them within the UMC. This is the UMC logo. UMC. It's on each of the books cover, and not on the back cover. This is number 8 of the Spelaine books. That's The Deep. The next book is The Death Dealers, and that's 1967. Mickey Spelaine also. A lot of Spelaines here. De Zanden van Billy Sareen by William Ard. I would just guess that's The Sins of Billy Sareen. William Ard, crime paperback. And this one is not sure what book it is, but it's by Richard Prather. And here they have the UMC logo here. The cover is, I believe, from Marijuana Girl, the girl image, but then this is not. So they're using a lot of American covers to go along with their American authors in this UMC Dutch series from the 50s and 60s. Now this is Return of the Hood. This is from 1965, and this is actually, the cover is from Beacon number B367, called Wild Fruit from 1960. So this is cover art on this Mickey Spelaine book is from a Beacon paperback, Wild Fruit. Next Spelaine book is Killer Mine from 1966. These are all numbered on the inside, and there's probably a couple of hundred in the series. They're pretty nice books. This is Vengeance is Mine by Mickey Spelaine from 1956, and again it uses imitations of the Signet cover art. This one is another Mickey Spelaine. I don't know what the number is. I don't know what the title. This is actually the Dutch translation of No Orchids for Miss Blandish by James Hadley Chase. Really good, tough cover. Miss Blandish gets kidnapped. If you haven't read this by James Hadley Chase, this was his first book, and it was a kick-ass, great book. Just as good and just as interesting is The Flesh of the Orchid, which is the sequel to this book, which is, so Miss Blandish gets kidnapped by a homicidal maniac, Hood, in this book, and she gets, he rapes her and she gets pregnant. And in The Flesh of the Orchid is Miss Blandish's daughter, who is a homicidal maniac, who becomes a homicidal maniac. So these are two rough. Chase wrote some really rough, brutal stuff. No Orchids for Miss Blandish was the, just to go off on a tangent here, the subject of a lot of controversy in the English press because the bodies just piled up in this murder mystery. There were so many bodies, and people didn't like it. The next one is UMC number 30. It's from 1959, and it's another James Hadley Chase, Blonde's Requiem. And the next one is Kostbar Blood, or Blood, or whatever, and it's by Stanley West. And I'm going to move these up a little bit, and we're going to get to a few more. I hope you like these books. I hope you like viewing them, seeing them, because this is stuff that you don't usually see, and it's interesting to know that these books are out there, that they were published, and the Dutch and many other European countries published a lot of really great American and British crime novels, reprinting classic American writers, and the cover art is interesting and always different and something to enjoy. This is John Ross Mcdonald. I'm not sure which book that is or what the title is. Another Mickey Spelaine, Der Grote Moord. I'm not sure what that would be. Moord is death. And it's Mickey Spelaine. Some of them you can tell it's again with the Spelaines, especially the cover art is very similar, imitates or copies the American paperback cover art. Okay, this is The Bypass Control from 1967 by Mickey Spelaine. And you can see, like with the titles, The Bypass Control, but it's not exactly, what the title is in Dutch. It's not the same meaning. Here we have Hank Jansen, Call Girls. There's no, I don't know what the number is. It's the Hank Jansen. That's the first Hank Jansen I've seen in the UMC series. I don't know if there are others. This is number 25 from 1958, and it's Lady, Here's Your Wreath by James Hadley Chase. Lady, Here's Your Wreath, James Hadley Chase, 1958. It's a shame that they didn't number these on the spine or on the cover. They did number them on the inside of the title page, but it would have been really nice if they did number of these on the spine or the cover. This one, I'm not sure what it is. It's another murder mystery by Harold Q. Mazer. And the next one is from 1956, My Gun is Quick by Spelaine. And the last one here is another Stanley West crime paperback. The UMC books, these UMC books published in Holland in the Dutch language, or Netherlands in the Dutch language, are really interesting books. There's a lot of them. There's probably 100 or 200 of them from the 50s to the 60s. Great hard-boiled crime, private eye, detective, noir thrillers, and most all, I guess, by American authors who were very collected and collectible. And so that makes the series great. Plus, the cover art is really pretty terrific. And well, I just hope you enjoyed seeing these. Again, it's something different. That's what I like to show in these videos. I like to show people, turn them on to new and different paperback books from not only from America and England and Australia and other places, but all countries. And I collect a lot of material from different countries, from the vintage era, and of mostly American authors, but other authors too. And it's just cool stuff. I mean, to see how the American paperback revolution of the 1940s and then 50s spread throughout the world in many countries, and they reprinted classic American writers and classic American books in the American style with the same kind of cover art, and it's interesting stuff. I think is very collectible, and it's very cool. So I just hope you enjoyed this look at these books, and if you did, give us a thumb up and a like, and subscribe so you'll be able to be informed when we do new videos. We're doing new ones all the time. And just thanks a lot for looking. I hope you enjoyed this.